Hi, Day 13 readers. Welcome back. We are reading today the first part of Matthew chapter 10. And so let's dig right in. In the very first section, Jesus is calling his disciples. He's calling 12 disciples who are listed in the scriptures. Of course, one of them being Judas Iscariot, who we know later will betray Jesus, and one of them being Matthew, who wrote this book. And so what we should notice about the 12 disciples is, one, there were 12 of them, which was a biblical number, most likely representing the 12 tribes of Israel. And the other thing is that these 12 disciples and 12 men were from all different walks of life. None of them were coming out of the synagogue as religious leaders. They were fishermen, they were tax collectors. They served all different kinds of purposes and trades. And so how awesome it is that Jesus will call whoever it is for his purpose, even the ordinary, which gives us great hope that if we feel like we are ordinary, that's who Jesus will call if we are expecting it and we are listening for his call. And then it moves from there. It goes to Jesus sending out the disciples and calling them apostles at this point. And what we should see here is that Jesus actually gives them the power to go out. They're not getting any power on their own. It is all from him. And not only that, he sends them where they don't need to take anything with them. And so God calls them and he equips them. And he makes sure that they are provided for along the way. So let's remember that as we are called to do different things, God will equip us with whatever it is we need, whether it's we need energy, we need time, we need money, whatever it is he's calling us to do, God will provide and equip us for that mission. And then we're going to finish up this section with Jesus talking to the apostles and warning them of the persecution that they're going to face. And they'll face persecution for a lot of different reasons. But one thing that I think to point out as we're reading today is, although it was over 2,000 years ago, I think a lot of what we're seeing today, I think sometimes we think, oh, this is so different, and what we're seeing today is just such a broken world. And while I agree that it's a broken world, I don't know that it's much different than it was when Jesus was walking the earth. And we're going to face persecution. Sometimes it's going to be from unbelievers, sometimes it'll be from believers. And in the scripture, it talks about that sometimes it's going to be within our own families that this will separate us, and that the gospel, while it draws us closer to Jesus, does not always provide a compatible relationship with others. And so it's important for us to know what God's calling us to do and to be holy and to be set apart, so that we're serving him at the forefront of everything we do, and praying for him to give us guidance and wisdom so that even in our persecution that we're glorifying him. Thanks for joining us today, and I will see you tomorrow to finish out chapter 10. Bye, everybody.